Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast. I am Benton. Along with my brother, my brethren, Junior. How are you doing, sir?
I'm here. I'm smiling and I'm here. I'm happy.
I wonder why you're smiling. Manchester United must have had
No, I'm
a
not happy.
great
But we
week,
talk about that.
but we'll talk about that. Come on, family. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Come on is doing good. Chelsea lost and Come on is doing good. Football lovers, it's a miracle. All right, football lovers. On Ball Chat, we always incorporate different opinions. It's a football and fan-oriented sort of show. We discuss everything relating to football and touch major news. And today we have another opinion to incorporate in this week's discussion. The one and only Mr. Michael Seaton, Viktoria Koln's own baller himself. Michael, how you doing, brethren?
Everything is good, man. Still upset because my team lose still, Man City.
Michael is still upset. Michael, yo, we'll get to your team in a second. But football lovers watching us on Facebook or YouTube, you can send on your comments or question. Michael is a professional footballer, Junior.
Yeah.
We dream of being professional footballers.
Every day, and he does
That's
it. So
Michael, you do
Big
that
up,
for a
Michael.
living. Any tips you want to kick out to the people listening as a professional footballer as you get ready for the next journey, moving to Germany to play ball, Michael?
Just keep pushing, keep your head down and keep working. I said block out all the hate. I know that's so easy to say, but I think like a mother touch base on all the time in my life, just have that support system with you and then block out all the hate and just focus on the task at hand and focus on the loved ones because those can get you through everything.
Yes, absolutely correct. And so Michael is you said history last year, leading goal scorer for Orange County, your old team, and now you're ready to score a bag of goals for the new club as Viktoria Koln in Germany. Will be happy to get your skill set. Looking forward to to running out for us, Michael.
and we gotta say big up to Dalton, Kofi Powell, big up. Stell, the big man Stell himself is here.
Big up, Stell.
And he said he's here to see some curd through that city. Don't worry, Stell. We have about to.
Big up yourself, Stell. I saw that. I heard the interview with Emil Heskey. That was wonderful, loss. Big up yourself.
And Dalton is saying, proud of you, Mike. Job well done. Come on. So
Yes.
the support is there for. And big up Stell. Yeah, love the interview with Emil Heskey.
All right, so football lovers, get ready. Send on your ballers and Bugs. Ballers being the most impressive players of the week and Bugs being the unimpressive players of the week. Michael, you are the guest on the show today. Who is your ball of the week? I know you're a Man City fan, but who is your ball of the week, boss?
Ball of the week, it hurt me to say, but me give it to Martial. Honestly, ever since the Jose era at Man U, I think Martial, good or bad, Martial has always put him head down and produce. And he never stop. I think that's one thing about him, even through controversy, him still put that sour face on and go up on the pitch and he perform to the best of his ability. So me give him
So Anthony Martial of Manchester United, ball of the week from one Mr. Michael Seaton, from one forward to a next. Ball of the week, Manchester United won. Won the Manchester Derby. It's hard saying this. Manchester United also defeated Spurs. A wonderful week for the Manchester United fans as they're rolling in hot. Come on, who is your ball of the week?
I have 4 ballers of the week,
Lord.
so bear with me. So, my first baller is Vardy. Like, every week I have to give it to Vardy. Vardy is scoring, 19 goals in 19 games or something like that in all competition. Vardy is 32 years old. His next birthday, he'll be 33 years old, and Vardy has been producing for Leicester, and Leicester is actually right underneath Liverpool's tail. So we're giving it to Vardy. Then Messi, of course, for his hat trick. Forget the Ballon d'Or, forget that. But his performance in the game yesterday was exceptional. And honorable mention to Luis Suarez for the back heel goal, but Messi is the baller. Harry Kane for the brace. Harry Kane's goal was a very good goal yesterday. So he scored a brace. I'm going to give it to him as well. But Son is my baller. Tottenham is not my team. I don't like Tottenham. But Son cut through the defense like a hot knife in butter and score an exceptional goal. Those are my four ballers. So Vardy, Messi, Kane, and Son.
Wow. Four ballers. Let me see if I can repeat them. Leicester City. Yeah, Jamie Vardy scored, 16 goals leading the EPL. The man at the top of the EPL leading goal scoring chart, 32 years old. Leicester City continues to run hot as they defeated Aston Villa 4-1 today, as Leicester City is 8 points back of Liverpool in the EPL.
Yeah.
Lionel Messi, the hat-trick scoring Lionel Messi, Ballon d'Or, 6 Ballon d'Or Ballon d'Or winner. Some people at Liverpool think differently though. Son and Sonaldo, either one. Son cut through defense like butter. May have scored the goal of the season, impressive goal as Burnley lost to Tottenham 5-0, and also Harry Kane was also impressive in that game, scored a few goals also. So those are Comeone's ballers of the week.
And she gave an honorary mention to Luis Suarez.
And she gave an honorary mention to Luis Suarez. I need a drink of water. I'm so thirsty. Junior, you're a baller of the week, brethren.
Borussia Gladbach. I'm giving it to Gladbach.
Emotion Gladbach.
I'm giving it to Gladbach. They are making me feel glad back again.
So Emotion Gladbach defeated Bayern Munich
2-1.
2-1.
But what I love the most though is it was a complete team effort, and when you look at the stats, Bayern Munich had the ball for 67% at the time, right?
Yeah.
And what I saw from Mönchengladbach is a complete team effort, and they know Bayern Munich is a one-trick pony. And let's call a spade a spade. They are a one-trick pony. They're going to attack down the wings. They have quick players. You compact the midfield against them. You limit the space for Lewandowski. You can get them on the counter attack. I mean, at the end of the day, and they just showed up. Player played well enough, and they got the 92nd minute penalty.
Yeah, that
and it was
yeah.
some might say luck, but it
Marcus Thuram and Alexander Play of Mönchengladbach leads the Bundesliga. Last time Mönchengladbach won the Bundesliga was 1977, but these are early days yet when Mönchengladbach is sitting at the helm. Impressive. Marco Reus and Mönchengladbach are doing well. Let's try to get through some of the comments. Yo, wait. The family. Dalton, pick up yourself. Ball of the week is Liverpool as usual, Dalton. I see you. Rashford and Vardy. I see you. You also have Fred as ball of the week. Ball of the week for Stell. Big up yourself, family. Is Fred. You were celebrating Fred. Boss of the midfield against Spurs. Showed absolutely no fear against City. Had De Bruyne on toes. Kevin De Bruyne was soft soap yesterday. Absolutely. Kofi Powell says baller is Vardy. And Stell says, got to shout out Mönchengladbach of the Bundesliga.
beat FC Hollywood.
And beat FC Hollywood, Bayern Munich. Yo, Stell, be careful when you're talking about my big team, Bayern Munich.
wait, hold on. You're a big team?
Don't worry, we'll talk about that next week. My ball of the week.
Come on, you hear that?
My ball.
Yes, we hear it.
Football family, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, please continue to send on your ballers and bugs, and we'll get them out to the group or get them out to the general public. My ball of the week is Son or Sonaldo, as he's been called in some space. Son scored a brilliant goal, as someone said, cut through knife through butter, ran about 76 or 70 yards or so. A lot of it was just over dribbling, but his speed didn't let it show. But he was absolutely fantastic. Son or Sonaldo, big up yourself. Best Korean footballer according to Jimmy Kim, Mr. Korea himself. My honorable mention for baller is Manchester United. What a week. The Manchester United fans may not want to celebrate it, but I will go ahead and acknowledge them. To beat Spurs and beat City in the same week is absolutely fantastic. Those are my ballers of the week. Ollie at the wheel. Stay where you are, Ollie. Bugs of the week. Michael, who you have as your bug of the week? Bug being the unimpressive player of the week.
I'm going to wait one here. What's name? Javi Martinez.
Javi Martinez of Bayern Munich picked up a... Yeah, go ahead, yes.
Let me say. The man commit about 4 or 5 foul before him get the yellow card. Then him commit the 6th yellow card. And then to make matters even worse, the man gave a penalty to make Bayern lose the game in a stoppage time. So it's like him not even learn him lesson from the 5-4 lemon Carino, give him the card. But from him get the yellow card, him supposed to know say, I know you're there. I know you're there. Just man mark them, shadow them. You don't have to tackle, just shadow. You're already on the edge of a yellow card and you see they go give away the game for your team and get sent off. That makes no sense.
Yes, Javi Martinez entered the field at minute 68, and by minute 92 he got a red card. Javi Martinez and Bayern Munich. Javi Martinez got Michael's bug of the week, gave away the penalty. The speed was killing him. Javi Martinez, God go with you, friend. As Bayern Munich lost, Bayern Munich is sitting in the 7th position in Bundesliga. Imagine that at this stage. Come on, who is your bug of the week?
I have a couple, because you know I can't go with one. So, Pep on my bug of the week, and not because Man City lost to Man U, that's a part of it, but Pep looked devoid of any ideas. I think he was out-coached, outplayed, and outmanned yesterday. You know, he just looked like the shell of a coach that we. He is not. Can you hear me? What is the scarf for? Messy. So you know he is my bug. One of my bugs. Then Burnley for getting 5 against Spurs. Don't make Spurs get 5. Nobody deserves 5 from Spurs. And my third bug is Wilfred Zaha. He made the team. Who did he play against? Watford. He made Watford take him out of his game completely. I understand that he's one of the most foul players in the Premier League, but he made Watford get into his head, and he couldn't produce yesterday for Crystal Palace.
So, come on's bug of the week, and football family. Wait, let me try to see if I can repeat the bugs. Pep Guardiola, he looked devoid of ideas, not necessarily because they lost to Manchester United, but the genius Pep Guardiola looked devoid of ideas. Yes, he's a bug of the week. And remind me again, come on, of your other bug, Wilfred Zaha.
Yes. He made Watford get into his head, and he was off his game yesterday.
So Wilfred Zaha, bug of the week, also for Comonas. Watford drew with Crystal Palace 0-0. Watford would gladly take that point, and Watford still sitting at the bottom of the table. Football family, I lost a bet, or not lost a bet, but some Atlanta United fans. Big up yourself, Kay and Jennifer. I see you watching. I see you out there, and I have to wear the scarf. This idiots. Oh, thanks, Kay and Jennifer, for the scarf. This slogan, I'm a big fan. I'm not a fan of the slogan, Kings become legend in Atlanta United space here. So I have to wear the scarf to appease the fans. So I love you, family. I'll wear the scarf for the rest of the show. Junior, who is your bug of the week, boss?
This is going to be surprising.
Yes.
But I had to switch over and look at the schedule.
Yeah.
If I was to tell you that a team is going to play Sheffield United, FC Astana, Aston Villa,
just call
Tottenham,
give Oli your bug of the week.
Man City. If I was to tell you that they were going to play those 5 games, and I say they're going to win 2 of those games, would Tottenham and Manchester City be anywhere near those 2? You really would pick those 2 games for them to win? All right. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is my bug of the week, and I'm going to tell you why. If you cannot motivate your team to beat a team that you should beat, but your team show up and beat their rivals, and 2, your last coach that came out last year and said that you are no good. Your own ex-coach said these set of players are no good. This week was the easiest week of coaching for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I am a Manchester United fan through and through, but I'm not a fanatic. I'm a realist. This is your easiest 2 games you will ever coach in your life. These players needed no motivation. Where was this motivation against Aston Villa? Where was this motivation against Sheffield? Where was this motivation in Newcastle? Ole out. And I'm going to say this officially. Ole out. He's not the coach for Manchester United. We are not going anywhere with Ole at the wheel. I'm telling you right now.
So
But I'm on wicked.
what a man wicked. So Ole is your bug of the week.
Ole is my bug of the week because the team is performing in spite of him. And also, you're up against Tottenham and you don't make any changes. Jose Mourinho make 3 changes before Ole even think about making changes. And you have a game coming up 4 days later against Manchester City. Ole out, man.
But Junior, but you know, win the 2 game them.
I don't care. I said it last week. I said the worst thing that could happen for Ole is that he gets a positive result against Tottenham and City. Because now you cannot blame the players. If Manchester United doesn't perform, you cannot say the players are not good enough. You just beat 2 of the best coaches. Right? Can we agree on that? The 2 best coaches in the last 15 years. You just beat them. Your 11 just beat them. You cannot use the players as the excuses anymore. I don't want to hear anything about Pogba is not there. That's why we're not in the top 4. That is hogwash.
Can you get your bug of the week out?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the bug of the week.
Okay, we got it. It's
and Woodward and Glazers and everybody that think that Manchester United is not good enough. That's just rubbish.
Football family, you see the issues we have here at Ball Chat. A Manchester United fan won 2 exceptional games this week, and yet the coach is still bug of the week.
Bugs.
My bug of the week is Jose Mourinho. You know why Jose Mourinho is my bug of the week? Jose Mourinho, after the game against Manchester United, after the loss, he said that, you know, Manchester United, when you play a certain way against them, you give them their perfect team to play that way, you know, a counter-attacking football. But what did Jose Mourinho did? He played a certain way and allowed them to play the counter-attacking football. Now, I expected Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola, these are supposed to be giants in this coaching business, to have looked at tape, know that Manchester United is a counter-attacking machine with their track stars up front, and adjusted their teams accordingly. What did they do?
Attack them.
No, they
like
didn't adjust it.
Idiots.
And they got beaten. So, Jose Mourinho is the bug of the week, and I'm not even going to give... my bug is not even worth Pep Guardiola right now. It's not even worth it for Pep. And
go ahead.
An honorable mention is anyone at Manchester City. Any despicable fans at Manchester City that threw lighters or any object at Fred, or anyone at Manchester City that committed a racial act. Despicable or disgusting. I know they're doing an investigation, but anyone at Manchester City, you don't deserve to win. You're not entitled to win. Get your crying baby asses home. Bugs of the week.
Yeah, and big up to Still. Still said his bug of the week. Eddie Howe, aka Eddie Hype, who I kind of wanted at Manchester United at one point. Can't buy a win at the moment. Predictable system against bigger clubs and heavily reliant on Nathan Ake. That's actually pretty true. Dalton, bug of the week is Lumberg. Pep and that City fans that was racially abused the Pan United player and the City fans who were throwing lighters at the players. I agree. Kofi said his bug is Pep. His last season, when the Heat turn up, him always run, and Pep looked like the deer in the headlight. Mikhail is saying, "Go easy, Junior." Mikhail, you know I'm telling the truth. Don't do that. So, and the teams are as good as they are on this day. And then Stell says that fan has been suspended from his job. We're gonna talk about that fan from Man City. Yeah.
All right, let's get to football roundup. And Michael, you are the Manchester City fan. Take the floor for us. Is this gonna be a trophyless year for you guys? What are the issues that you see with it? Clearly there are defensive issues. How many of that do you blame to Pep Guardiola? How many of that is attributed to injuries? How much of that is just soft soap players, Kevin De Bruyne and Edith, who don't want to fight or battle?
Be fair. Would I say it's a championship year? I mean, it's too early to count us out. Of course, I mean, Liverpool is exceptional right now. But there is a defensive error, of course. And I think for us, we focus too much on attack. Our attack is good. There's no brainer. Our attack is good. But the problem with us is defense. You realize that this is the first time me ever see 2 central midfielders end up with a centre back on a team throughout the season at times. Who was it? Fernandinho and Rodrigo?
Yes. Rodrigo, yes.
when I saw that, automatically I know that we weren't attack minded. We weren't defense minded at all. And I think January, hopefully, because we have aisle money, hopefully, praying that we bring some defenders in. Because of course you can say injuries, but to be fair, when Stones is out there and Stones is good, it's like he's still not there.
Yeah.
Same with Laporte. I'm not a big fan, you know. And honestly, once they're in the lineup, still we're still not doing anything else. I'd rather have Otamendi in there. And Otamendi barely starts.
This is sad. Rather, come on. Michael said he'd rather have Otamendi. This is how bad defense is at Manchester City. But come on, do you stick a fork? And I will ask this again and again. Do you stick a fork in Manchester City, knowing what you see with that defense? Pep Guardiola said it's their responsibility. Out of their responsibility, they have to continue in this title race. What kind of responsibility is Pep talking about?
Pep is saying that he's not going to quit. He's not going to throw the towel in. Like Jose would say, listen, the race is over. Jose would say, it's over, it's done, it's finished. We're just playing for second. Pep will never concede, even when it is staring him in the face. And to be honest, I don't know about his Otamendi foolishness. You know how I feel about him. Even though I'm come on yesterday and score, it's still never, absolve him in my eyes. But maybe for this season, whatever games they have, Manchester City will just have to go through it, just do what they have to do. But come January, if they bring reinforcements in and Liverpool drop points, I can see the race get tight. We're going to pray for Liverpool drop some points. But let us be fair. Even though I'm not counting them out, I think Leicester City will have a better chance of beating Liverpool to the title than Man City.
That's the part that I think is highly disrespectful.
Yes.
And
do we hate Liverpool that much? Apparently,
yes.
No.
Apparently.
No.
No, sir.
No, we're not saying the same thing.
Okay.
The most disrespectful thing that I am seeing right now is that people are overlooking Leicester and Chelsea as title contenders.
Okay.
Chelsea? Who does lose 3-1 to Everton? Chelsea. Because we can buy players now.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. Forget about Chelsea. Let us not overlook Leicester. I mean, it feels to me like people are saying the only way Liverpool will win the title is if Man City come. First of all, I don't expect Liverpool to slip right now. And I'm not being tongue-in-cheek. I'm not trying to play jokes or anything. But I think Liverpool is a foregone champion. But I don't see City as really catching. I don't even think City can catch up to Leicester City. So why are we talking about Man City as title contenders?
Yes, it's an insult to Leicester.
Manchester City need to worry about holding on to top four because there's another Manchester United team that might be coming for that fourth position. I think they're closer to going to Europa next year than winning the championship.
And based on the results, it seems like that's all right. So the Manchester derby was a big game of the weekend, and we'll touch some of the major news in the EPL before. But you've criticized Ole Jr.
Yeah.
But isn't there any positive from this week for performance for Manchester United?
There is no positives because it is the same Manchester. All right, the one positive is what we thought we had in Pogba, we have in McTominay. And listen, before people jump down my throat, Pogba is seen as a central defensive midfielder, which nobody outside in Pogba's camp thinks he's a central defensive midfielder, right?
Okay.
Pogba wants to play the number 10 position.
Yeah.
Ole wants to play him at the number 6. Mm-hmm. McTominay is showing that he can play that position well, and he likes playing that position. So my takeaway, the positive this week is that McTominay, fresh off injury, played both games in a matter of over 4 days.
Yes.
And stamped his class in those 2 games. Fred and McTominay's combination seems to be working well. Now, if Pogba was to come back and know he can play the number 10 position, who can tell what will happen?
Okay.
But that is the only positive. And Wan-Bissaka, and let us not go around the fact, Sterling wanted nothing to do with Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka was exceptional.
Nothing.
Was exceptional.
So those are the positives, but it is not a coaching positive. It is the same Manchester United team that's being deployed. It is the same tactics. Sit back, hit them on the counter-attack. I mean, it is what it is.
So, Michael, I know you're a City fan, but give me an assessment of what you saw of Manchester United in that derby. What did Manchester United did so well that was just very troubling for City? I mean, the game could have been over within the first 30 minutes, right? Because you have Rashford hitting the post, and you have other chances that were sent to begging.
I think Manu smelled blood in the water at that point. Like I said, our defense, they lapse, and I think even before the game even started, because you have Martial and Rashford. I haven't been following up with Manu to know if they have been starting throughout the last games and previous games. I don't know if Martial has been starting, but Rashford has he been?
Yeah,
yes.
Rashford, but Martial has been in and out with injury, so he missed a couple of games before with a head injury. They said a mysterious head injury. Okay,
I mean, even going into film sessions, they're probably even talking about our defense saying this week, and we need to get them on the counter attack because that, like I said, that's all we had. We had counter on the wings, and remember, Aguero's not in the game. When Aguero's not in the game, for our team as a striking position, I think we collapse.
Yeah.
And Jesus, he can be a starter, but Jesus is normally in and out the squad. He's not gelled into a starting role in Man City. So for Aguero to be out, personally, automatically that kind of messed us up going into the game. So, like I said, I think Manu smelled blood in the water and they pounced on it.
Yeah. Come on, your assessment of Manchester United. I mean, what did you thought that they did so well in this derby and this week? Mind you, they defeated Tottenham also in this week.
I think they wanted the win more. I think Junior is very, very harsh on Manu. I don't know what else they could have done to appease him. You know what I mean? Like Ole beat your man. Mercy. It's a bit Ole bad. But I think defensively, Manchester United knew that Manchester City could not match up to them.
Okay.
And with Rashford's speed, and Martial can kill you on the counter. They just split Man City wide open.
Yeah.
And Raheem Sterling was not himself. And not only that, too, Kevin De Bruyne looked lazy, like he wanted to be anywhere but on the pitch yesterday. So it wasn't a complete team effort from Man City, but it was a complete team effort for Manchester United.
Yeah. Impressive showing by Manchester United. And hopefully Ollie can take this team to the next level now as they move on into more games against lesser opponents. Let's see how they do against those so-called lesser opponents, because that's where the trouble in. They've done well against Chelsea, they've done well against the big boys, but it's when they face the lesser teams when they actually struggle. To hit some, you have some comments you want to...
Yeah, Kofi saying, come on, fires in your mouth about slip points. And Dalton saying, y'all talking like if Liverpool drop points, other teams are going to be perfect. That is true. But if Liverpool drop points against the competitors, hey. Stell is saying Liverpool need to lose at least 3 games for the rest to stand a chance to catch up. Won't happen. Stell is also saying the McTominay-Fred partnership works so well at this rate. Pogba doesn't get in the team. Can't take out those 2 players, and Lingard is better as a number. He said Lingard is better as a number 10 than Pogba. Does more running work. Hey, Stel, I don't know what you're drinking right now, Stel, but put it down, okay?
But hold on there. So Pogba, do I come back and sit on the bench?
No,
is that what Stel is saying?
He's going to play the number 10. I think Pogba is done playing at Manchester United, personally. Stell is saying Martial wearing black gloves is our O.J. Simpson as a killer.
Oh,
he's a killer.
Well, you see what happened, football fans, when the Manchester United had a successful week. All right, let's touch some other big news in EPL and around football world in this week. Everton. Let's talk about Everton for a little bit. Marcus Silva is finally out of a job. Big up yourself, Everton Nation. Duncan Ferguson was able to encourage or draw some sort of passion as they defeated Chelsea 3-1. Come on, you're the Chelsea fan, but get your assessment of Everton display and Marcus Silva moving on.
We knew the Marcus Silva moving on was going to come. It's just that we were wondering why Everton was taking so long. They dragged that sucker out, and we all knew it was the end. The 3-1 that Chelsea got. I mean, let's be honest. I've been saying this. I am not expecting a whole lot from Chelsea just because of the situation that we're in with the transfer and the youth movement that Frank Lampard decided to make come alive at Chelsea. But Everton, they kind of improved. I always thought that Richarlison is a baller, and he just punished us. There were a couple of chances that we missed. Tammy needs to be a little bit more confident on and off the ball, so I think that we kind of punished ourselves. We missed some chances, and Everton capitalized on their chances. And that's just how football is that it's a game of inches. So Everton just, they actually played better than what we've seen them play before.
Come on, I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you off the hook. And the Chelsea fans, I'm not letting you guys off the hook.
Manchester United have talked this week.
Yeah, because after the first game, I told you guys that Chelsea is a very good team. Now, transfer ban aside, all of this aside, guess what? Tottenham could have made the same argument last year, and they came in second in the Champions League. They pretty much had a transfer ban as well, right? Can we agree on that?
Oh.
Tottenham, they couldn't buy any players last year. They didn't buy any players. So they
didn't have a transfer ban.
But in essence, so you don't have the luxury of saying we can't bring in any players. I think that mindset of we don't have any new players and we're in a youth movement, I think that is seeping into the culture at Chelsea, and I think that is dangerous. You guys have an opportunity.
But that's not me. But that's what I said before. That's with Lampard. Lampard was it is what it is. So for me, when Chelsea loses, I mean, I can't cry because the coach is not crying because he's telling us that this is where we're at. We have the youth. We're infusing the youth. See with us, bear with us. That's what Chelsea is saying. So Lampard, there's no urgency with Lampard. When he was getting the results, he was happy, he was talking, he was smiling. No, he's not getting the results. Nothing has changed. So now he's like, understand, this is the bear with us kind of thing, because the Russian is not going to fire him because we just didn't have the opportunity to bring anybody in. Our defense is crazy. I mean, I don't know how this dude is the captain because I just think he is poor. He's not a good captain. He's not a good player. Zuma, sometimes he confuses me. Kante is all over the pitch, but he's only one man. So I'm not cleaning up myself until Chelsea brings some players in. Although Chelsea have 40 players out there where they can actually use, but I don't know. We still need pieces.
Well, come on. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That argument is not gonna fly in the next 3 weeks because I honestly believe that Chelsea is going to beat everybody and sign Koulibaly.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it out there. Koulibaly will be in Chelsea.
Let's see what's
Jadon Sancho will be at Chelsea.
Okay.
Stop it, man.
Okay. Let's not get carried away with all the Koulibaly and Jadon Sancho. See, you heard here first.
I them summer I'm moving Manchester United win.
One good week and Manchester United is rolling out with excessive prediction. Jadon Sancho and
crazy.
You don't think Chelsea is a attractive destination for young players right now?
Well, we'll see.
Not for Sancho.
We'll see.
All
right. So let's try to touch some more other news around the EPL. Michael, Arsenal is in a what is it? Is it a struggle, a bad place? What is it? I don't know what exactly to call it. Freddie Ljungberg is now the interim manager at Arsenal. They lost to Brighton. It's the first time Brighton going into the Emirates. And I mean, Michael, do you see Freddie Ljungberg as the guy to rescue this Arsenal team, or should Arsenal brass, Edu and family and the entire setup at Arsenal, should they just go out and get the guy that they want? If it's a Patrick Vieira or whomever that person may be. Just go get the person now. Your thoughts?
The question is, when are they not in trouble? Because I feel like this is just a thing where every year consistently Arsenal is a problem. So it's kind of like, it doesn't matter who we're really bringing at this point. Coaching wise, I think you have to make a good decision in the transfer market, because at the end of the day, the best transfer that I have seen for Arsenal has been Lacazette, Aubameyang, and I don't know that kid's name, currently educated like David Luiz in the midfield.
Yeah.
Is that the new guy that they just brought in, right?
Which one?
The 19-year-old. Is it the 19-year-old?
Yeah.
I think the name start with that G. But him and the number 11 Torreira.
Gnabry?
What? Gnabry do what?
Gnabry not gonna think the Bayern.
It's like
Oh, is that
Gnabry
Bayern?
is
So who's the talking about?
What? Players left leaving Arsenal? I can't remember. All right.
No, man, I'll tell you what it is. Go on.
Come on, your thoughts on what's going on at Arsenal? Arsenal plays tomorrow. I have a friend who says, yo, the entire setup is a bug setup at Arsenal. Do you think they should go ahead and get whosoever they want as a manager, whosoever they is, or you just don't think it's just going to be any solution?
Gunduzi.
Yeah. Thank you, Stel.
Yeah. Freddie is not the right coach for Arsenal. Freddie is not the right coach for Arsenal. I don't know why them think they can use Freddie and make Arsenal better than what they are. They're nothing. Look at Pep. Them don't even finish pay for Pep. Them don't finish pay for Pep, and Pep is on the bench. It's just ridiculous. So Arsenal needs to go out there and spend some money, get some players, because apparently they're still in the rebuilding phase again. Freddie not the right fit, not the right coach, and they need some players to complement who they have. They have to build around the veteran players.
Arsenal needs some massive clearing of dead. Arsenal need a massive clear out before they can kick on. Too much deadwood according to Stel. Yes, there's too much deadwood, but there's Junior. If it's Patrick Vieira as the guy, then they should just go ahead and get Patrick Vieira.
Yes, they should go ahead and get Patrick Vieira, but does Patrick Vieira want to go to Arsenal with the current setup? That is the question.
That is the question.
Because the thing about Arsenal right now, look at all the teams that can. I would even think that Everton is a better destination than Arsenal, and this is no disrespect to Arsenal, but Everton is a more complete team, it's a more balanced team. You go to Arsenal right now, you have so many changes that need to be made to that team. They are too top heavy. You have to clear Aubameyang will have to leave. Yeah. You have to get rid of Ozil, and then you have to make up back the midfield and the defense. It's just, I don't think it's an attractive job, and I think that is what is harming them right now. So no sensible coach worth his salt will want to go to Arsenal mid-season. They will want to go when they have a fresh new season, new transfer window. They need at least 1.5 transfer windows. It's crazy.
No, so there are comments out there that Diego Simeone is available. Well, why would Diego Simeone want to take on that responsibility? Isn't that, Atletico Madrid isn't that a much more attractive job than an Arsenal outfit, Junior?
I think Simeone might want to take up that challenge. I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
Barcelona is on a down year. Real Madrid is on a down year. Atletico Madrid just went in and bought João Felix and along with a host of other players, and they are not dominating the spot. This should be Atletico Madrid's year to win by 15, 18 clear points in Spain. And they're not doing that. His seat is going to get hot. His seat will get hot.
Yeah, but Diego Simeone cannot be idiotic enough to take on this Arsenal job.
But he's going to come in. For number one, he has enough clout and enough cachet to come in and say, look, I need this player, and that player will say, you know what? This is not Emery. This is not an old Wenger. This is respected Diego Simeone, especially when they need defensive reinforcements.
Okay.
If you have to get stronger in midfield and stronger in defense, Simeone is a perfect coach.
Remember, David Luiz is on a 2-year contract. Jordan.
David Luiz is £8 million. Let's not talk about David Luiz. Will be in the equipment room by February.
I think ultimately, I mean, it's a Patrick. The only curiosity for me here is if Arsenal brass are waiting for Mikel Arteta at Manchester City, waiting for the off season to give him this job. I hope I am wrong.
That's not a good fit either. That's not a good fit.
I hope I'm wrong.
You don't think Poch would be the coach for Arsenal?
Poch.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. If I was a betting man and say yes, odds on favorite Poch will be. But when you hear that Poch turned on Bayern Munich job, the question should be: if you were Poch, would you turn down Bayern Munich to go to Arsenal?
Yeah, if you want to stay in London. I mean, if you want to remain there. What if the wife likes it there? I mean, what if the wife likes to live there?
The wife is not coaching any teams.
I could crack a joke. I could crack such a Catholic joke right now that I will not crack that Catholic joke. But let's just say some people like to bear crosses.
Yes,
because why would I stay at Arsenal when I have Bayern Munich tailor-made to win Bundesliga? Come on.
All right, one more quick point on the EPL as we move and try to get some other opinions and other news around the EPL. I mean, Nigel Pearson is officially the man at Watford. Do we stick a fork in them for the season? Come on, is is Nigel Pearson? He got Leicester City promoted a few years ago prior to Claudio Ranieri taking them to the title in the EPL. So he's a seasoned guy, but he's also very controversial. Do you see the appointment of Nigel Pearson as preparing Watford for Championship football?
Championship football. Oh my gosh!
As in relegation.
Yes. Yeah. What if you watch Watford yesterday when they played against Crystal Palace? It was boogie aga football. To be honest, Watford isn't Premier League quality, and I do see them going down. So if Nigel come to take them back home, that's fine. But Watford is not where they belong.
Yeah. All right. Let's try to. Major news in football around.
But hold on, before you say that, Stell is saying that he thinks Arteta is going to be the next coach at Manchester City.
And that is what I fear. I think I have a hunch that's who Arsenal is waiting on because of the
But he's saying Man City though.
Oh, at Man City.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay, that's a possibility.
That will not happen. Pep will always play right now.
Said the Manchester City fan.
So, I mean, are you guys planning for life after Pep, Michael?
To be fair, I can't imagine the team without Pep right now. Honestly, I'm not using one bad season since Pep, and it's not even. I can't even say it's a bad season. It's just the beginnings. Oh, yeah, and it's not where you're starting. So you finish. So if Pep can't finish in third or fourth, I'll take it, because we won 2 years in a row now?
Yeah.
Have we?
Yes. Well, we know Pep likes to take sabbaticals after year 3 or 4, Michael. He doesn't like to go too long.
But this might be the first time.
All right, football fans, if you have a question, Junior, you want to run out some of the questions? All right, Liverpool fans.
My gosh.
Before we even leave the EPL, Liverpool fans, can we ultimately say... Can we go ahead and just label them as champions?
Before we label Liverpool fans, I did not know this. Still is breaking news for me that Guardiola's wife and child moved back to Spain 3 weeks ago.
All right, Stell, verify that news for us, Verify.
Hey, I think the Barcelona fans' blood pressure just spiked a little bit because he might be looking at greater times.
Yeah, verify that news for us. All right, but Liverpool fans, I mean, get your weekly celebration in. Liverpool was fantastic against Bournemouth, but it's what you do to a second-string team. Come on, is Liverpool champions elect?
Even though it's too early to say.
It's not too early to say. Come on.
It's too early because we have a next half a season leave. We're not even halfway through the season yet. But Liverpool has been playing exceptional football. I mean, like. Klopp makes 7 changes, and the team still click like a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
Goals coming from everywhere. The people who injured, they're not missed. So it's like they're playing like a very well-run organization and a very well put together a team. So,
And-
you know,
and sorry, Mom. Let me say one thing about that as well. You see, with Klopp, I think the biggest thing, especially in my career, that I have realized when a coach is very in tune with their entire squad. I'm talking about the guys that start, the guys on the bench, the guys that's not in the 18 at all. I think everybody wants to work for that coach, and I think honestly, once you have a coach that treats everyone fairly, and I've seen videos with Klopp, and I think that even the guys that's not playing, Klopp takes them in and act like they're starting. So I think everybody wants to work for Klopp, and they look like a well-oiled machine. Every time I see them on a pitch, they're always performing for the next man next to them, and they're just a well-rounded family.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
It's a collective unit. They're playing for each other. And if they don't win this EPL title, it will be one of the biggest stroke job in history. But Liverpool family, I love what they're doing. They're getting ready for FIFA Club World Championship coming down the pipe. One would suspect they will be in the final with Flamingo. But we don't want to coronate them to get to that final yet. But it's usually a formality for the European team to get to the final.
And I won't hate on Liverpool. Yes, they should. They're going to win because if not, we know they're going to have their little down games.
Yeah.
The question is, which team really wants to challenge them? And there's no team out there that wants to challenge them. So
we'll see what Leicester City, if they can keep this pace up. But Liverpool is run. They beat the brakes off Everton. Got Marcus Silva fired officially. All right. Let's try to touch some other news around Europe and preview a couple games coming down the pipe. Michael, there's been some news in the press about racism in football. You know, we have the Corriere dello Sport story coming out of Italy where they labeled Black Friday. Corriere dello Sport is a journal in Italy, a newspaper in Italy. They had Lukaku and Smalling on the cover and labeled it Black Friday. We had the alleged incident yesterday at the Manchester City game. Now, as a professional player who's out there competing, does that stuff that's happening in the stand, if you have ever experienced that, does that affect you while you compete on the field?
I've not experienced it with the fans experience it yet, so I can bear. I can't.
Why? Hold on, Mike. It's all like we're having
I know
connection.
Yeah.
Myself, because seeing like stuff happen about Chris Boateng, you know,
Well, they don't have good internet in Germany, apparently. Mike, we cannot hear you. It seems like the internet has been tripping out. So if you can repeat what you said, it was tripping out. And we may have lost Michael.
No.
Did we? You're hearing us better now?
Germany
Good.
internet bad. Yeah, yes. Can you hear us? No.
But you know what? I think we should take that as a sign. And I'm gonna tell you why I think we should take that as a sign. And for all those that are listening right now, Michael Seaton is a professional footballer that we have on here with us right now. Comon's son. He just signed a contract over in Viktoria, Koln, and he's playing in Germany. And we're talking about racism in football. Obviously, Michael is a black man, right?
Well, that's not obvious.
Well, it's obvious for all those watching the video. But all those listening on the podcast, he is a black footballer playing in Europe. And something happened in the game against Manchester City. I know we're going to lean into it. But I think, like I said, I think maybe it's a sign. Looking at that video of what happened at Manchester City, I am going to play the role of being on the fence of saying, let's take a step back and let's really analyze this situation, because the guy that's being accused of performing a racist act. For me, in my eyes, that video is somewhat inconclusive. I know people might kill me for saying this right now.
Nice.
But whether it is conclusive or not, I have two issues. Camon said it earlier in our private chat when she said the stewards can be called in as witness, right?
Yeah.
The steward is standing right there in front of him. If the steward knows that this person is performing any form of racial abuse against the players on the field, we should not need video evidence to say, oh, that look racist. The video evidence should be the steward grabbing him by his shirt collar and pulling him out the stadium, and then we're trying to figure out what the hell happened. Why did the steward have to pull him out of the stadium? That's number one. For me, and this is not Ballchat's opinion, this is Junior's opinion. In that video, Raheem Sterling is in the video, and I'm not singling out Raheem Sterling. It's just that Raheem Sterling, a Man City player, is in the video. This is the same Raheem Sterling that is talking out against racism and racial abuse. And you're standing there in the video, in the shot with Lingard and Fred being abused, allegedly. If that really happened, I think Raheem Sterling missed his opportunity to have his Kaepernick moment, for lack of better words, where you can now say, let's be selfless, let us go above football, let's be human beings. And it's simple. He don't even have to come out and say, yo, stop racism, fist up. No, just go to the fans and say, no, don't do that. I even point to him, he can play it off. Point to him hand, yo, you're wasting time. Don't do this, we need the time to score. Do something, Raheem Sterling. And I think when the players on both sides of the coin, when you as a black man can say, football aside, fandom aside, we need to be human beings. That is when racism is going to start. That's my opinion.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Go ahead,
He's a
Michael.
mess.
What I was saying though, on the racism topic, I've never experienced it on the pitch, but I've seen players like Balotelli, Kevin Prince Boateng suffer from this abuse, and honestly, I've already prepped myself for it. I've already told myself that if this incident does happen to me, knowing that I'm just a strong person when I'm on the pitch. I'm very emotional when it comes down to playing as well. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve, but I've already prepped myself, and I've already told myself in the situation, I'm just going to play the game, get the game over with, but also I'm just going to bring it towards the club and the fans, and they talk about it. I mean, it's a terrible part of the game, of course, but at the end of the day, it's never the home fans doing it. It's always the away fans. And I think that's a way of getting you out the game. And during that game, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm just going to keep pushing. That's just me personally. But of course, it's just away tactics. They always try to do it. And yes, you have some people that they're just bad human beings at the end of the day with that stuff. And I think, of course, players that have a voice should speak out. If you're a big part of a league, of course, you should speak out even during the match. Like you said with Raheem, because I saw when the camera was moving, Raheem Sterling was literally right there looking at the incident.
Yep.
Because honestly, on the pitch, if that was me and I see light has been thrown at players, and me I step in personally if it's my home fans, especially if I've already produced over the years and my home fans have the utmost respect for me, I'm going to speak out.
Yeah. Come on, your thoughts on this?
I have a different view when it comes to Raheem. I understand what everybody is saying, but just remember that Raheem went through a terrible time. And now things have kind of sort of calmed down for Raheem. So I don't think Raheem wanted to rock the boat. Maybe he did say something in private. Maybe we don't know. But I understand he should have, right? This is put out there. Should have, stood up for his fellow player. But at the same time, I can understand why he didn't want to kind of like rock the boat. Especially his home fan. But the good thing is that it's on video. Just like when the Chelsea fan racially abused him and that fan was banned, I think the same thing's going to happen. And when you talk about the steward, Junior, I don't think that's the steward's responsibility to hold a fan and pull a fan out. Because I think at the end of the day, that can also be sued as what? As assault. If the fan wants to say he's assaulted. So the steward standing there, maybe identifying the fan by the seat, his face, his whatever, and can actually tell them what the fan said. Maybe he's giving his testimony in private.
I hope that's the case. And the other side of the coin is this. What if, because Russia right now is labeled as a league that has this problem. Italy is now having this problem. Where it's coming more to public. What if the FA don't want to have this problem and is willing to stamp it out and set an example the first chance they get? Because, again, what if that guy really wasn't racially abusing the players? It just feel to be like it's too rushed. I have seen videos of fans racially abusing players, and there was absolutely no doubt.
So,
this guy is getting, he's now crucified by public opinion. You know?
But this guy is not the first player, our first fan who have done it. You have the Chelsea fan who got a life ban.
Right.
You have other fans who have done similar stuff, and the FA are quick and really been aggressive about getting these players targeted, doing investigation, and then, I mean, if he's wrongfully accused of it, you know, that horse is already left.
Can't come back.
It cannot come back, and that's unfortunate, and it's very sad. But to that end, there's an investigative process, and if he's actually committed the thing, now, you know, there's a video circulating, the stewards are there, and we will see what will transpire of this. He was also removed from the ending part of that game. So clearly there was something that happened, and we'll see what actually transpired from this.
True.
But I'm not gonna, I mean, I saw the video, I didn't hear the sound, and it would be nice to know what exactly transpired. I think the testimony of the stewards are going to be pivotal. It's going to be in collaboration with the video evidence. All right. So and Raheem Sterling, or any Man City players for that matter, who stood silently, whether it's Raheem Sterling, whether it's Fernandinho, or any one of them, or even the white ones, Kevin De Bruyne, any one of them, David Silva, who stood silently while that occurred on the field of play, the throwing of objects on Fred and Lingard, or any sort of racial abuse. You know, we cannot get carried away that this is just, it's a game, but these are people's life, and we don't want people to be at risk for I mean, they probably should boo Man City and throw objects at Man City instead, rather than do that to Manchester.
And expect retaliation next time Man City come to Man U. You're going to have racist Man U fans that are going to do the same.
You're going to have this. But so this is why you try to get ahead of it. And I thought I will commend Manchester City for being very aggressive. They were quick to put out a statement, and they're quick to collaborate with the police and try to ascertain what exactly happened, and then try to get to the bottom of it.
But let's not play fool out.
Well, it's not it's a
couple weeks ago, Man City had a similar locker room problem, so they had to step quick.
What's the locker room? I'm not
with Mendy and the picture.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah,
So they had to react this way because they don't want it. They don't want it to become a stain or be a stigma for the team, which is getting there.
And there are those who said that this is not racism. This is, I mean, you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion, and yes, it a part of it amounts to heckling. But if you choose to resort to race or racial tropes to heckle a player at the place of employment, then I consider that racism. Now, I don't have to agree, or everyone have to agree with me.
True.
Then we have different opinion on that. But if I come to someone's job, Junior, if I come to your job tomorrow morning and I heckled you because you're going in the building as a black person, woo, woo, you know, I make these monkey chants and whatever. So to me, those are heckling that are racist in its nature, and so those are sentiments, I mean, that need to be rooted out of the game.
I agree. Well said.
All right. So let's try to wrap up and get some prediction, and you know, because I know Mr. Seaton needs to go to his bed. Germany's 5 or 6 hours ahead of it. Prediction time: Champions League football, aka champion football.
When Man U played?
Manchester United will not be playing at all.
Oh,
but a couple of big games I wanted to get your opinions on. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. Barcelona seems like they already sewn up their way. It could happen that they could get eliminated, but doubt it. They will not. But it's a dogfight between Inter Milan and Borussia Dortmund for that next spot. Dortmund is on 7. Inter Milan is also on 7 points. Barca leads the group with 10 points. Come on, your prediction. Inter Milan needs a win. They host Barcelona desperately, because presumption is that Dortmund will beat Slavia Praha.
Dortmund, please. With the Inter and the Barcelona one is kind of rough, because I always complain about Piqué and Barcelona's backline, and Lukaku is big, fast, strong, even with a poor touch. So it's going to be a rough 1-0 win for Barcelona.
A rough 1-0 win. So you don't see Inter Milan going through. Inter Milan is currently leading the Serie A after Juventus lost to Lazio, leading the Serie A by 2 points. So you don't see Inter Milan going through, come on?
No, not if Barcelona beat them.
Yeah, okay. All right, Michael, your prediction of this Inter Milan versus Barcelona matchup, and this game is on Tuesday.
Honestly, like Mommy said, 1-0 prediction to be fair. But also, I think Inter can probably squeeze in because the Borussia Dortmund and Prague.
Yes, Slava Praha.
And they're going there, right?
Yeah, I think Borussia Dortmund has to check to make sure.
They could be played on the moon. Borussia Dortmund is still going to win.
I think it's Dortmund's home.
Yeah,
they're playing at Dortmund.
They could be played on the water. They still going to win.
Yeah, playing at Dortmund, I think Dortmund can squeeze out a win there. So I think Inter will get knocked out for sure.
So Junior, Inter will get knocked out. Your thoughts? Inter will beat Barca?
Conte, it's hard to bet against Conte. And you guys fight Valverde every week. So Valverde versus Conte, Barcelona going to draw.
Barcelona going to draw.
It's going to be a draw.
It's going to be a draw. Inter Milan, to secure their passage through the next one, they need a victory. It's a big game. That game is on Tuesday at 3 p.m. at Eastern Standard Time. Another big game in Champions League that we really want to get a quick touch on. Chelsea plays Lille, and the reason why this is a big game, Chelsea is sitting third in the group. You have Ajax versus Valencia is the other big matchup. Chelsea needs a victory against Lille. I mean, surely Chelsea should beat Lille, right, Junior?
Yeah, Chelsea should beat Lille, but we don't know if Lampard is going to tell them that this is just not your year. We're not sure.
Come on, your prediction of Chelsea versus Lille.
Lille going to beat Chelsea.
Wow.
Chelsea going to play Thursday night football.
Wow.
Okay. Michael, Chelsea, surely you're not going to believe that Chelsea will lose to Lille. This game is in London. Chelsea needs a victory to guarantee their passage to the next round of Champions League. It's a 3-horse race in this group. Your thoughts?
The fact that Chelsea needs to get a win, I don't think they can pull one through. Unless Tammy Abraham or Batshuayi pulls out a miracle, because right now there's a youth team, like Mommy said earlier. So I don't think they can pull out the win.
But hold on, but Chelsea don't really need a win. They need to go through. They need a draw and Valencia lose.
Well, the only guarantee is a win. They need a draw and Valencia lose. You're going to hope that Valencia goes to Ajax and lose.
Who's Valencia playing?
Ajax.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Valencia and Ajax may decide to draw that game.
But this isn't Ajax though.
Yeah, this isn't Ajax, the Ajax of old.
No, this is Ajax Light.
Yes, this is Ajax Light.
Yeah.
Liverpool versus Red Bull. Liverpool needs a quick point to go through. I mean, this is guaranteed.
Why are we predicting this game?
This is guaranteed, right? Guaranteed.
Yeah.
All right. EPL, Manchester City hosts Arsenal. You're the Manchester City and Michael. Is this where Manchester City get right, or is this a battle of the losers? This game is next weekend, Sunday, 12:15, 11:30 a.m. December 15, 11:30 a.m. Man City hosts Arsenal, or Man City travels to Arsenal.
This is where we redeem ourselves again and bring us back up. Good thing is we're playing against Arsenal. Now Arsenal is struggling as well, if not worse than us. So I think for sure we can pull out a win and then get back there with the points.
Come on, I mean, which of these losing teams will win?
Arsenal can beat Man City. So it's a 2-0 for Man City.
Will Freddie Ljungberg be coaching for this one, Junior?
Again, this is going to be the easiest game Freddie Ljungberg coach. Everybody is looking at Arsenal and saying, you are no good. You have no chance against Man City. Man City is going to come and steamroll you. People, they still have Rodri playing central defensive midfield. People, they still have Fernandinho playing centre half. Arsenal is going to win. Arsenal is going to feel good. Look out for Arsenal Fan TV next week. Everybody's saying Freddie in, Freddie in.
You know what?
Arsenal is going to run Man City off. Sorry, Michael, but Arsenal is going to run Man City. Remember, I tell you this. Remember, I said it right here. Arsenal is running City off the field.
Let's wrap up the show.
For sure, Fernandinho and Rodri is not playing centre back in that game. I know for a fact Otamendi will be starting.
Were you hanging your hat on Otamendi?
Do you want to change your predictions, though?
I am not changing my prediction.
Aubameyang and Lacazette and Pepe.
Pepe on the bench still, or Pepe starting?
I don't know.
In actuality, you know, if Arsenal was a shell of a team, they should be able to beat Man City because they do have the speed up top to really kind of go at the Manchester City defense.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction.
Yeah, but
Rodri is going to make Ozil look like a general next week.
Man City.
Oh, stop it! I don't agree. I don't agree. Because if you give Ozil the field by himself and put everybody on freeze, Ozil is not performing. Point blank. Period.
This is true.
I am not having Ozil having a stellar performance.
All right.
This is true.
All right.
Football lovers, let's wrap it up. You see, the show went wild when Junior started to say that Ozil will be exceptional.
All right.
Come on.
Geraldo,
Come on.
I'm with you next week, sir.
Come on. Let's wrap it up. Michael, thank you for joining us. Good luck in the next chapter of our score a bag of goals. We wish you all the success. Success, brethren. Football family.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
All right.
Oh, Mikhail said, I think Camon is saying that to have a win-win situation, which is true. But you tried to predict that Lille is going to beat Chelsea. That's a win-win for Camon.
Yes, it's a win.
Yeah, she's smart.
And when they actually win, she said, I
She
told
happy.
you.
Yeah.
I told you.
and Mikhail is now saying, Pringle, I hope that shows up in your predictions in the challenge. We have a Jamaican football group, Camon, our fantasy league. No, Mikhail, I will not be picking Arsenal to beat City in the challenge.
But you're picking them on ball chat, though.
Yes, sir.
It's a win-win for him.
It's a win-win for me.
Football family, let's wrap up Ball Chat. Link us or connect with us on social media. Ball Chat Podcast at Instagram. Ball Chat 1 on Twitter. Ball Chat on Facebook. You can email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Like, share, and subscribe. Yo! Michael, later family.
Little more, Michael. Oh, we have a special announcement coming up in a couple. I can't wait to say it. I'm putting it out there, and I'm putting the energy in the universe that Ball Chat will be. Just trust me. Special announcements coming up.
This is the same man who picked Arsenal to beat Man City. Trust him, really. Come on.
All right, Michael.
Family.
All right, come on.